finally defeated a metal slime, but to my surprise, it dropped nothing but S-rank divine gear, all because a system error rewarded me with a hidden attribute. My luck stat was maxed out at 9,999, and this change is enough to rewrite my tragic fate from my past life. I'm a regressor. In my past life, even after becoming a gray-haired old man, I remained the lowest ranked bronze rank adventurer, and I was forever stuck on the first floor of the dungeon, where all the low-level adventurers gathered, because the war between humans and monsters had entered its final stage. Dungeon monsters had invaded human society, countless beasts ravaged the cities, and humanity was utterly defeated. Seeing this news, countless adventurers began to flee in panic. Hey, get out of here now. This is no time for hunting slimes. Despite the young man's kind warning, I ignore him completely. Then I silently walk toward the slime ahead. Forget about him. He's just a useless old fool. At that moment, another adventurer shoved me aside in his panic to flee. I fell helplessly to the ground. I can't accept this. Decades have passed. Since the adventurer profession was born, there's been a game-like system interface. Everyone can level up by defeating monsters, and their stats increase along with it. Sometimes they even gain magic and skills. But why is it that even after reaching level 98, all my stats remained unchanged? I worked harder than anyone else. Every day I gained experience by killing slimes, and now my only hope is to reach the max level of 99, hoping for a miracle. Time is running out. Even if my sword breaks, so what? Even if I die, I'll reach level 99 today. Otherwise, I'll die with regrets. Come on, I'll achieve my lifelong dream with these fists. I've always believed I'd be a late bloomer. It has to be true. Fate can't be this cruel to me. This has to be a mistake. Congratulations, Takahashi Yukito has reached level 99. Seeing this system message, I'm filled with excitement. It's here, finally. Reward me for all these years of hard work. Congratulations, adventurer. Strength increased by 1 point. Seeing this pathetic message, I freeze. This can't be happening. This has to be a joke. I spent my entire life finally reaching max level, only to have my strength increase by 1 measly point. Why? What did I do to deserve this? There's no hope anymore. At this moment, countless high-level monsters arrive and quickly surround me. In my despair, I could do nothing. This was it. My whole life had been nothing but misery. From childhood, everyone despised me. No one wanted to party with a useless person like me. The family who loved me died because of my incompetence. I even destroyed my only sister's happiness. Let this miserable life end here. Ding. Player deceased. Critical error detected in player Takahashi Yukito's system status. Restoring. Regressing through life. Hidden parameters unlocked. As compensation for the system error, 9,999 bonus points have been awarded. When I open my eyes again, I find myself back in my young body. Congratulations. From now on, you are a true adventurer. Right now, I'm completely confused. After a moment to process, I finally understand the situation. I've regressed and returned to the day I became an adventurer. But what's going on? The status screen looks different from before. What's this scroll button in the corner? When I scroll down, I'm shocked to find a new stat has appeared. Luck stat 9,999. Max level. In my past life, the luck stat was always hidden. Could it be that after 70 years of nothing but bad luck, fate is finally evening the score? Anyway, time to hit the dungeon and kill some slimes to see what's up. I reach the first floor of the Tokyo dungeon, vanishing footprints. Seeing those slimy slimes on the grass fills me with an odd sense of warmth. In my past life, I killed them every single day. Looking back, I actually miss it. At that moment, a black shadow flashes behind me. When I turn to look, I'm shocked to find it's a metal slime, a super rare monster I only encountered once in my past life. But it escaped from me back then. Defeating it grants massive experience in one go, but they're notorious for fleeing. The moment it senses danger, it'll run. I need to approach quietly from behind. But at this critical moment, an arrow suddenly strikes near my feet. It's an archer not far away who also spotted the prey, and his aim is terrible. You idiot, now we're screwed. The metal slime gets startled and charges straight at me. How lucky. Not only did it not flee, it actually targeted me. This works perfectly. Come on, my favorite little guy. My sword immediately pierces the metal slime's head. The next moment, its core cracks. With one slash, the silver core shatters completely. 4 levels at once? No wonder they say metal slimes give insane experience. Unfortunately, my sword broke in one hit. I need to buy a new weapon soon. At that moment, a golden light shines behind me. An S-rank rare sword dropped. Is this the effect of max luck stat? Metal slime greatsword. Trait, extreme attack power. High damage but 30% miss rate. Soon after, I encounter 4 super rare metal slimes. Luckily, these usually timid creatures don't run away. They charge at me instead. If you're so eager to give me experience, I won't hold back. I raise the S-rank sword I just obtained. 1 slash each. I easily cut them all down, and every hit lands a critical strike. This is the power of max luck stat. Obtained S-rank items, metal slime armor, metal slime gauntlets, metal slime boots. The 2 adventurers behind me watch in disbelief. This luck is insane, and so I continue hunting slimes here. Although I didn't run into a metal slime every time, I still managed to encounter them 10 times in total. They drop tons of S-rank equipment. Today is the happiest day of my life. This feeling is incredible. In this life, I'll use this power to walk a different path, find the best doctor to cure my mother's illness, and of course, give Nishimi the happiness she deserves. I swear, in this life, I'll keep you both safe. Right, I haven't seen them since regressing. It's been 70 years since I was alone. I need to go home. I want to see my family. The longing for my family hits me all at once. I can't wait to see them. My pace picks up speed, as if my legs have a mind of their own. Soon I find my old home. After all these years, I almost forgot which room on the 2nd floor, but when I see the apartment number, childhood memories flood back instantly. Just a moment ago, I was rushing here, but now my heart pounds with nervousness. Behind this door is the family I've missed day and night. Just as I brace myself to open the door swings open, revealing a familiar figure. Big brother, welcome home. The moment I see Nishimi, my emotions overflow. I spread my arms and pull her into an embrace. I'm home. This time I won't let anyone take you away from me. I'll protect everything I cherish. After calming down, I tell Nishimi everything that happened today. After hearing my story, Nishimi is thrilled. Does this mean mom's illness can be cured? Yes. With the equipment I get from monsters, money won't be a problem anymore. The next day, I sell some rare equipment and get a large sum of money. Then I use this money at an auction to buy an advanced healing potion. Then I bring Nishimi to the hospital to visit Mother. Mom, we're here to see you. Mother is delighted to see us. Mom, this is a gift for you. That's so sweet of you, Nishimi. I'm glad you came, but you really don't have to bring me anything. Save your money for yourself. Don't worry about money, Mom. We brought another important gift today. I take out the advanced healing potion. I became an adventurer and made a lot of money in the dungeon. Mom, please drink this. As Mother drinks the potion, a healing light radiates from her body. Mom feels much better now. Even her breathing becomes easier. After the doctor confirms, Mother's illness has improved. So after some rehabilitation, she can finally go home to recover. Our family can live together again. It feels like a dream. Although Mother looks much better now, it's not enough. That healing potion only provides temporary relief. We need a more powerful potion, an elixir. Hearing this, Nishimi suddenly remembers something she saw on TV. The world's #1 adventurer found a special item, a potion that can revive the dying. The potion likely appears around floor 50 and cannot be traded. Special items are tools only the owner can use. Their glory obtained only by defeating powerful monsters. Since it can't be bought with money, I'll have to obtain it myself. Big brother, are you confident you can reach floor 50? There's no way. Normally I'd be killed long before I could even reach floor 50. Nishimi looks disappointed. Then what can we do? But that's only under normal circumstances. What I have now isn't just a second life. It's the lifetime of knowledge that came with it. I know an exception. The boss on floor 20, the ancient statue. Defeating it has a chance to drop that rare elixir, but the drop rate is extremely low. Very few adventurers obtained the elixir in my past life. But with my luck stat maxed out, even the lowest probability is no obstacle. Also good news. While leveling doesn't increase stats, I can learn new skills. Skill, Great Layering Strike. A warrior skill with 30% chance to trigger triple critical damage consecutively. Today I'll conquer the dungeon. However, I only equip 2 S-rank items. Metal Slime Greatsword with extreme attack power. Metal Slime Tear with a 1/3 chance to reduce damage by half. I didn't wear the heavy armor because my base stats are too low. I haven't met the minimum requirements to equip them. Today I'm tackling Tokyo Dungeon's 5th floor Broken Forest. Defeating monsters there gives a chance to obtain miracle fruits. After taking the lunchbox Nishimi hands me, I head out. Big brother will definitely come back stronger. I step into the forest on the 5th floor. Populated by plant monsters, this level is known for its confusing terrain that leads adventurers astray. Fortunately, the lower dungeon floors have been conquered by countless adventurers, so I easily obtained a detailed map. Following the map, I shouldn't have any problems. Soon I reach my first target, the tree demon habitat. Tree demons are ambush predators that use mimicry to lure in their prey. It's hard to distinguish them from normal trees with the naked eye, but their mimicry isn't perfect. If you observe carefully, you'll notice their leaves have no veins and their roots grow in strange directions. The next second, the tree hit by a stone suddenly moves. A pair of crimson eyes glare at me viciously. I immediately hoist my greatsword and swing down at the tree demon. Tree demons have low attack power. As long as you avoid ambushes, they're easy to defeat. Congratulations, adventurer. You obtained 1 miracle fruit. I pick it up and take a bite. Tastes pretty good. But more importantly, my strength increased by 1 point. No wonder it's called a miracle fruit. It actually boosts a random stat by 1 point. Now I can really build up my strength. So for the rest of the time, I rely on max luck stat to continuously kill tree demons and obtain tons of miracle fruits. During a break, I eat the lunchbox Nishimi prepared. After a day of hard work, I'd managed to max out every single stat. Finally, my stats are on par with an average warrior of my level. Just as I'm about to head home, 2 shadows flash behind me. Solo hunting is a bad idea, rookie. Let us educate you on the rules. 2 men, 1 tall and 1 short, suddenly appear, and they're not wearing adventurers' badges. Are you the Wanderers? The Wanderers are criminals who commit crimes in the dungeon. I've heard of them, but never thought I'd actually encounter them. Scared now, kid? Hand over all your equipment. Then we might spare your life. Sorry, but I won't give criminals even a twig. My words instantly enraged them both. You had your chance. Don't blame us for what happens next. You're just some rich kid relying on equipment. You think you can beat us 2-on-1. The tall man charges with his sword. Instead of retreating, I close the distance and charge straight for him. Then, just before reaching him, I leap high. Skill, Great Layering Strike. The tall man bursts out laughing when he hears me. What a rookie. Great Layering Strike? That skill only hits 30% of the time. How could trash like that hit me? Let me show you my guaranteed hit skill B Sting. Max luck stat versus guaranteed hit skill. Whose technique will prevail? Surprisingly, his guaranteed hit skill doesn't even scratch my clothes, let alone cause any damage. While the tall man still wonders what happened. My skill, with only a 30% hit chance, lands perfectly, sending the tall man flying into a tree behind him. The terrifying power knocks him out instantly. The chubby guy watches in disbelief. How is this possible? A 30% hit rate triggered on the first try. That's insane luck. Taking down one opponent so easily, all my tension melts away. That's great. All my skills triggered successfully. The Bee Sting he used requires level 25 to learn. His level must be much higher than mine. And Bee Sting is a guaranteed hit skill that can't be dodged. In exchange, its attack power is reduced by 30%. The metal slime tear on my gear has a 33% chance to reduce damage by half. In the end, the power wasn't enough to cause real damage. Seeing his companion defeated in one hit, the chubby guy thinks about retreating. Turn yourself into the Adventurers Guild, and maybe I'll let you go. Being looked down on makes him seethe. I'm a mage. This distance is your dead zone. Perfect for me. The advantage is mine. Got it? I casually put away my greatsword. True, at this distance I'd get hit by your magic before reaching you. Good, you understand. Then be smart about it and surrender. or else. At this moment, I reach into my system inventory and pull out a magic staff. Surrender? Never. Seeing me pull out a magic staff, he laughs. Do you even know what that is? But I ignore him and wave the staff. This staff is called the Chaotic Staff, an S-rank weapon that dropped from a tree demon earlier. This guy really is just a rookie. He knows nothing. Though the Chaotic Staff is technically rare, it's complete trash. Its magic activation is entirely luck-based, extremely unreliable, about 40% fail rate, 30% basic magic, 20% buff effects, and only 9% intermediate magic, let alone the 1% chance for advanced magic. But now that I've activated the Chaotic Staff, its magic is cycling through spells at random. Then you've asked for it. And just so you know, I'm casting intermediate level magic here. Even if you got ridiculously lucky with the 9% intermediate magic, my magical equipment boosts my spells. As a mage, there's no way I can lose. Your lucky streak ends here, rookie. Then he casts intermediate fireball. A massive flame shoots toward me, but I'm not worried. My magic is ready too. Various elemental energies swirl around the Chaotic Staff. The final selection is also fire magic. The next second, a massive flaming boulder appears above my head. Is this my magic? Go, flaming boulder. As my hand drops, the terrifying flaming boulder launches at him. The intermediate fireball before the massive flames is instantly swallowed. The chubby guy is terrified. Impossible. The 1% chance for advanced magic. I'm finished. His eyes trace the fireball as it streaks toward him. He is rooted, helpless. This can't be real. No one has this kind of luck. It's impossible. A terrible scream pierces the sky. The entire forest is consumed by raging flames. After the smoke clears, only a scorched crater remains, with the pathetic chubby guy at its center. The overloaded casting broke the Chaotic Staff, but I don't care. I casually toss it on the ground like garbage. Sorry, but luck is on my side. After defeating 2 wanderers with max luck stat, I decide to hand them over to the police so they won't harm other adventurers. I find some vines and tie them up. Then I drag them toward the surface. Like a traditional RPG, unconscious players follow automatically, so it takes 0 effort. As soon as I reach the surface, I call the police. They're taken away right then and there. They probably won't see the light of day again. Then I head to the Adventurers Guild Hall. The receptionist already heard the news. Congratulations! Due to your excellent performance, you've been promoted to Silver Rank Adventurer. She takes out a silver badge. I'm taken aback. Becoming a Silver Rank Adventurer isn't easy. Normally it takes over 3 years, and you must complete numerous assigned tasks and contribute to the guild. Rest assured, the decision came from the higher authorities. The 2 wanderers you captured are actually Akamaru gang members. The Akamaru gang is a notorious criminal group, so you earned massive contribution points. By the way, you're really impressive. You were just a bronze rank adventurer but defeated 2 thugs with silver rank strength. Those 2 were pretty weak though, probably just got lucky. I pick up the silver badge. You're being modest. As a silver rank adventurer, you can now explore higher floors. There are floor restrictions for adventurers. Bronze rank can only go to floor 10, silver rank can reach floor 30, and gold rank has no restrictions. Now I can finally head to floor 20. That's exactly where I need to go. Hearing my plan, the receptionist offers a word of caution. The 20th floor is no joke. We strongly advise against attempting it solo. I appreciate the warning, and I have my reasons for going. Rest assured, I'm not going there to die. I turn and leave. This is much earlier than I expected, thanks to those 2 wanderers. At that moment, an elderly man with white hair calls out to me. Are you the adventurer who took down those 2 criminals? With his cane, he gestures toward the wanted posters on the wall, 2 of which depict the very men I just captured. On hearing my confirmation, the old man seizes my hands in his, and his whole body trembles with emotion. Thank you so much. Those monsters killed my son, and you finally brought them to justice. Whatever your reasons for capturing them, I'm deeply grateful. Now I can finally tell my son this good news at his grave. He turns and walks out of the guild hall. In my past life, no stranger ever thanked me. This feeling is actually nice. I almost forgot. If history repeats itself like in my past life, the world is headed for destruction. Though I'd like to save this world, how could I possibly do it alone? Stop overthinking. Right now, the most important thing is to completely cure Mother's illness. I'll worry about world destruction later. Meanwhile, in a dark room somewhere, dim candlelight illuminates cold weapons on a stone table. Damn bastard. How did things turn out like this? A man vents his rage. Yamada and Hashimoto were both arrested. What about the tribute money for the bosses? It's all your fault for ruining my plans. Takahashi Yukito, you better watch your back. I'll never let you go. I won't give you the slightest chance to resist. Since you beat 2 opponents, you must be strong. Of course, there are many ways to deal with someone. Being targeted by me is just bad luck for you. To get stronger, I head to the dungeon's 15th floor, solitary death peaks. The paths here are complex, surrounded by rugged rocks. The terrain makes teamwork difficult. I checked the guides before coming here. The complex terrain offers perfect concealment, which is why it's become a haven for criminals. That's exactly what I'm counting on. This place is perfect for solo adventurers like me. To challenge floor 20, I must get stronger. While leveling doesn't increase base stats, I can learn higher level skills. I originally planned to gain experience quickly by killing metal slimes, but I must have hunted too many because I haven't seen a single one since. I guess even a maxed out luck stat has its limits. Anyway, now I can only level quickly by killing high level monsters. As I continue defeating various monsters here, I not only gain massive experience, but also lucky drops of several S-rank items. At some point, a man appears in a corner I didn't notice, holding a metal slime greatsword with no other armor. No mistake, that's him. Takahashi Yukito. You actually dare to walk into my territory? You've got some nerve ignoring me like that. But charging at him now? That's not how I operate. I'll wait for the perfect moment when his guard is down. Then I'll catch him off guard and strike. The bald man follows me until dark, but finds no opportunity. This isn't working. I need a better approach. I have a good idea. I don't need to deal with that bastard myself. This is my territory. I know everything around here. I just need to use it, and I'll crush him easily. Just like in the natural world, monsters have their own ecosystem too. I just need to exploit that. First, reduce the predators predators here, then provide abundant food. As long as I give these insect monsters enough food, they'll reproduce rapidly in a short time. Without predators, their numbers will grow exponentially. The bald man quietly sets his plan over several days. Time to reap the rewards. Unfortunate adventurers, you'll all be caught in this monster army. Soon the bald man brings a bag of insect repellent to the cliff edge. Below, countless insect monsters swarm. The plan is going smoothly. Now for the final stage. Smelling the repellent, all the insects become frenzied. The next second, swarms of insects fly out from the canyon. Ha ha ha, come on, devour that bastard. Right now I'm still hunting nearby monsters, but I hear buzzing in the distance, and it's getting louder. When I look up, I'm instantly shocked by what I see. A black cloud suddenly appears overhead, covering the entire sky in an instant. Looking closer, it's not a cloud at all. It's a massive swarm of insect monsters. These numbers are beyond what I can handle alone. I immediately put away my weapon and sprint in another direction. To deal with these monsters, I need to cooperate with other adventurers. Where do adventurers gather on this floor? I remember hearing about this floor in my past life. After Triangle Mountain Outpost was built, conquering solitary death peaks became much easier. The outpost is located in Crimson Earth Cavern. But before coming, I checked the map. There was no marking for Triangle Mountain Outpost. Whatever, I'll head there first. Soon I reach the Red Earth Mountain area. I don't see any cavern, let alone other adventurers. What's going on? Did I take the wrong path? But now isn't the time to think about this. Without hesitation, I jump down. Underground, my eyes are immediately drawn to an odd section of the stone wall ahead. The color of this patch is distinctly different from its surroundings. The cave has to be behind it. I immediately shout inside, "Is anyone there? I'm here seeking help." But no matter how much I call out, there's no response. Watching the monster swarm closing in, I raise my greatsword and frantically strike at the stone ahead. Soon enough, I shatter the rocks in front of me, but the scene inside the cave leaves me stunned. What on earth is going on here? Dozens of adventurers are tightly bound on the ground, stripped completely of their equipment. The bound adventurers plead with their eyes for me to free them. I raise my sword. A flash of light from the blade cuts through the air. It cuts through all the ropes binding them. As the ropes loosen, overwhelming joy floods the adventurers' faces. I ask, "So what's going on here? Can someone fill me in?" "It's the Wanderers. They ambushed us while we were hunting. They probably didn't kill us because they planned to sell us. So this is actually a Wanderer's criminal hideout. It only becomes an adventurer outpost later." In the original timeline, the guild discovers this place soon and rescues these adventurers. Only then would they turn it into an adventurer outpost. But now I've beaten them to it. In my past life, I wasn't interested in this news, so I didn't know much about it. Back then, I spent a full 70 years on the first floor, all hunting slimes. Thinking about this, I can't help but feel exasperated with my former self. Though this differs from my original plan, I have no choice but to fight alongside these people. With that thought, I shout to them, "Excuse me, everyone, please listen." Pointing at the sky outside the cave, I say, "A massive swarm of death locusts is closing in. We must unite and face them together." The area outside the cave is already filled with countless death locusts. Each one is in a frenzied state, ready to attack at any moment. Everyone finds the scene before them unbelievable. How can this be? There can't be this many locusts here. What are we going to do? Are we really all going to die here? I immediately step forward. As you can all see, we don't have much time. If you want to survive, please unite and help me. With everyone's strength, we can definitely overcome this crisis. However, some people step forward from the crowd. You think we can do it with just us? We'd be better off scattering and running. Maybe some of us would survive. More importantly, the Wanderers took all our equipment and weapons. There's no way we can beat that locust army outside. No need to worry about equipment. With that, I open my system inventory. As I swipe my finger across the item screen, massive amounts of high-grade equipment materialize before me out of thin air. I've got plenty of equipment. Help yourselves. Everyone is dumbstruck, gaping at the pile of top-tier equipment before them. Am I seeing things? The blonde man examines them closely and realizes these are all drops from this floor, and every single piece is rare grade. Who is this guy? I've never seen him on the adventurer rankings. Soon everyone picks out equipment to their satisfaction. Unbelievable. I never thought I'd have such a lucky day. This equipment is amazing. A female mage asks me, "Can we really use these freely, or do we have to give something in return?" Of course you can use them freely. I can even give them all to you. But there's one simple condition. In the upcoming battle, you follow my commands. That's it? Of course, no problem. You not only saved us, but also gave us such great equipment. You're our leader now. Alright, how do we handle those bugs outside? Never expecting such cooperation. I'm completely unnerved by this sudden show of trust. In my past life, I saw too many selfish, petty people. But now, here with them, I feel more fortunate than ever before. Thank you all so much. Alright, here's the plan. Our biggest problem is we're severely outnumbered. But the good news is, this narrow entrance works in our favor. Only a limited number of enemies can enter at once. We'll use this advantage to quickly eliminate the death locusts that fly in, taking them down one by one. After hearing this plan, no one has any objections. I then draw the greatsword from my back and say, "Everyone, prepare for battle. The cave defense plan officially begins. Come in and meet your doom, you bugs." According to the plan, whenever locusts fly in from the entrance, we immediately eliminate them all. Thanks to our coordination, the warriors are up front, blocking the monsters' advance, while archers and mages behind provide ranged attacks. With our perfect coordination, the locust army slowly diminishes. However, what we don't know is that outside, massive numbers of locusts are flying toward the mountain peak. If anyone were there, they'd discover the locusts have actually enveloped the entire mountain, with debris occasionally falling. This is is because they're digging. Inside the cave, though there are many locusts, with everyone's teamwork, we can barely manage. Then, without warning, the ceiling gives way and debris rains down. Seeing this, I immediately shout, "Everyone, don't panic. Hold formation and slowly retreat." However, as the ceiling cracks widen, countless locusts burst through in the next second. The two adventurers closest to them turn and run in terror. With so many locusts suddenly flooding the cave, our previous plan is no longer viable. We're even surrounded by locusts. Damn it, I didn't expect this. The unstable cave threatens to collapse at any moment, and there are far more locusts than we can possibly fight. I barely got this second life. Is it going to end so soon? At this moment, I spot explosives left behind in the mine. These were prepared by the Wanderers to expand their hideout. Obtained crude explosives. Maybe I can try using these. I immediately shout to everyone behind me, "Everyone, pick up all the scattered explosives around us." So everyone splits into two teams. The smaller team starts collecting nearby explosives, while our strongest fighters fend off the locusts. We hold out like this for several more hours. The locusts have already devoured a third of the cave, and worse, there's a steep cliff behind us. We're now backed into a corner. Everyone's stamina is nearly depleted. If I don't think of something, we won't last much longer. I glance at the cliff behind us. Finally, I make my decision. "Everyone, listen. Give me all the explosives you have." Without hesitation, everyone tosses their explosives to me. I reach out and catch the explosives. My inventory now holds a massive amount of explosives. I immediately take them out and scatter them along the cliff edge. Meanwhile, due to the locusts gnawing, the cave is about to completely collapse. I immediately order everyone, "Run. Leave the rest to me." The others waste no time and quickly run toward the cave exit. Some ask me, "Are you crazy? Why aren't you running? You want to die with these beasts? And did you forget warriors can't use explosives?" Don't worry, trust me. I then stand at the cliff's edge, drawing all the surrounding death locusts toward me. There are times in life when you must take risks, and it looks like this is one of them. Crude explosives X, use all at once? As I press the yes button, I jump toward the cliff. "Come on, you bugs. Let me show you what I'm made of." Warning, current player lacks explosive handling skills. Detonation probability 50%. Warning, explosives are crude. Detonation probability adjusted to 25%. As a warrior, though my detonation rate is indeed low, I have maxed out luck stat. Use successful. In the next second, all the surrounding explosives detonate. The blaze instantly engulfs all the charging locusts. The entire cliff is destroyed, and the remaining locust army loses balance from the explosion, falling down with me. I can only bet on this now. I step directly onto falling rocks. Then, using various debris in the air, I continuously jump upward. Then I raise my greatsword. Skill, great layering strike. One swing cleaves the massive boulder in half. But I miss one. What a nuisance. Let me end this. I raise my greatsword. Its tip gathering golden light. Guaranteed hit skill, B sting. Not only does it deal critical damage, but it pierces straight through the target. The last monster falls, and I use the impact to propel myself toward the cliff edge. A smile crosses my face. I did it, but then I realize the distance to the top is still a bit far. With no other choice, I raise my greatsword and thrust it hard into the cliff wall. But unexpectedly, the entire rock comes loose. Victory is right there. No, not like this. So close. At this moment, a rope swings down quickly, looping around my arm. With everything I have left, I clutch the last hope of survival. Everyone, pull together. Bring him up. Watching these adventurers, something clicks. Having companions? Maybe it's not so bad after all. Most of the locusts are crushed by falling debris, and the few remaining are either eliminated by us or flee in defeat. Looking at the cliff bottom littered with locust bodies, under the setting sun's glow, I smile. This time, I finally won the bet. Annihilating the locust army with 0 casualties is nothing short of a miracle. At the same time, I gained tremendous rewards. Exterminated a large number of death locusts. Title Exterminator has been granted. Damage dealt to insect-type monsters increased by 20%. Level increased by 3. New skill acquired, Warrior's Instinct. Because I saved numerous adventurers and resolved the locust plague, I instantly become a celebrity among adventurers, drawing everyone's attention wherever I go. People keep trying to friend me. Teams are even recruiting me for dungeon runs, but I politely decline them all. Sorry, I'm in a hurry. I turn down all party invites since, in group hunts, loot is random. There's no guarantee I'd get the elixir every time. Plus, equipment dropped from monsters killed by others is low grade. I'm better off hunting solo. I haven't been home in several days. Mom and Nishimi must be worried. I return home. Mom has prepared a lavish dinner to welcome me. I take a bite. This taste brings back so many memories. I wish the three of us could stay just like this, always. Then Nishimi suddenly speaks up. "Big brother, are you really going to challenge the 20th floor? Don't push yourself. I heard from the neighbors that starting from the 20th floor, everything's different from before. Statistics show that fewer than 15% of adventurers break through the 20th floor. You can imagine the difficulty. It's fine. You both saw the news, right? I'm pretty amazing now. Just please don't force yourself. If there's danger, retreat immediately. My illness is much better now. There's no need to rush, but I know better than anyone that if I don't obtain the elixir soon, the tragedy from my past life will repeat itself. Mom, don't worry. I'll come back safely. Big brother, you're so stubborn. Once you make a decision, nothing can change your mind. Yes, in that way, you're exactly like your father. The tragedy of my past life pierces my heart like a needle. To escape the shadows of the past and start a new life, this time I will obtain the elixir. I arrive at a dark underground palace. Tokyo Dungeon, 20th floor, transphysical barrier. To save time, I run quickly forward. 2 human-shaped puppets suddenly appear ahead. That's what makes this floor unique. Every monster here is inorganic, mindless killing machines without a soul. But facing these monsters, I have no intention of stopping. 2 swift strikes instantly eliminate them. At this moment, a gargoyle above swoops down toward me. I raise my greatsword and cleave it in half with 1 strike. Without pausing, I continue running forward. Soon I reach the boss room entrance, but a massive shadow blocks the way. Looking closely, I see it's a powerful stone guardian. Seeing the intruder, it slowly rises. Then it raises its fist and swings toward me. I use my footwork to dodge while rapidly closing in on it. Then, the moment I get close, I raise my greatsword and strike hard at the stone guardian's chest core, shattering it directly. The stone guardian loses power and collapses. I walk to the boss room entrance. This battle will be a crucial turning point in my life. Starting today, I forge my own brilliant future. Meanwhile, elsewhere, his perfect plan has failed, and endless rage and fear surge through him simultaneously. What do I do? At this rate, they'll kill me. This is all that bastard's fault. I'll definitely take you down. Even if it costs me my life, I won't hesitate. At the same time, I push open the boss room door and step inside. The chamber is spacious, yet completely empty, devoid of any living creature. Only a massive magic circle is drawn on the central floor. But the moment the door automatically closes, the central magic circle suddenly lights up, and a massive stone figure emerges. 20th floor boss, enchanted golem, heavily armored with devastating attack power. But that's all it is. With my speed advantage, as long as I don't get hit, I can barely handle it. With that thought, I charge at the boss with my sword. The boss swings a heavy punch at me, but I easily dodge it. I immediately seize this opportunity and swing my greatsword at the stone figure's foot. The powerful attack leaves cracks on the boss's leg. This is my battle plan. Since the stone figure's defense is too high, I can only destroy it bit by attacking specific points. Destroying the core is just a matter of time. But then, the unexpected happens. While I'm locked in combat with the boss, a familiar figure slips quietly through the door. Takahashi Yukito, here I come. With his entry, the central magic circle lights up again. Another enchanted golem is summoned. I stare in shock at the newly appeared boss before me. What's going on? Normally, two bosses can't appear in one room, unless there's an intruder. But when I turn to look at the door, I don't notice anything unusual. The door remains tightly closed. This confuses me even more. Normally, during a boss battle, if another team or individual suddenly intrudes, a dual boss's anomaly occurs. But even newbies wouldn't make such a basic mistake, let alone on the 20th floor. While I'm still thinking about what's happening, a dagger flies rapidly toward me. I instantly sense the danger behind me. I raise my greatsword, turn, and swing. With a clang, the dagger is knocked away. Where did that dagger come from? So the dual bosses wasn't an accident? Damn it, this guy's reaction is so fast. That's right. At this moment, the bald man is quietly hiding behind a stone pillar, trying to ambush me when I'm not paying attention. Though you got lucky and dodged it, my massive advantage this time hasn't changed. In my view, this guy is a fool. I did my research before coming here. The Adventurer Forum records that the recommended party size for the 20th floor boss is 4 or more people, yet you dared to come alone. This gave me my chance. I don't need to worry about being attacked by the boss. That's because I'm a rogue many levels higher than that guy. I just need to use my stealth skill to erase my presence and remain undetected. The next second, the bald man rushes quickly toward the red boss. Skill, cat's walk. While Takahashi Yukito fights the green boss, the bald man strikes the red boss's back. Then he activates his skill again. Shadow walk. He instantly appears in the corner shadows. The red boss is now enraged. With nowhere to vent, it directs its fury at me and has somehow appeared behind me. Just to be safe, I even brought my treasured invisibility cloak. It greatly reduces the chance of being detected. This way, even if this guy senses my presence, he can't possibly find me. Now it's 3 against 1. Let's see how you win. With that thought, he takes out a vial of poison and coats his dagger with it. Then he throws it in my direction. Just wait as you walk step by step toward hell. A blade of light grazes my cheek. Ding. Poison check failed. Seeing his deadly poison has no effect, the bald man is shocked. Does this guy also have poison-resistant equipment? Don't think it ends here. That's just the beginning. He then scatters a handful of caltrops in my direction. Next are these spiked balls. The moment they touch an object, they instantly shoot out numerous spikes. And then there's this. The bald man sets up wire all around the room. The wire crackles with electric current. Finally, this poison gas I specially prepared for you. As the poison gas is released, the bald man throws the gas canister toward the room center. Now with so many traps, your movements will be greatly restricted, and you'll eventually be killed by these two bosses. All I need to do now is hide on the ceiling and watch the show. However, what he doesn't know is that even though I'm fighting the boss, I've already spotted the bald man. Are you done with your tricks? How is this possible? You can actually see me? Don't keep silent. At least say something. You're not some stalker with a crush on me, are you? I say, throwing a dagger at him. After confirming I can see him, the bald man stops being silent and immediately asks, how exactly did you discover me? Sorry, I just happened to learn a new skill. Warrior's Instinct. You've heard of it, right? It's quite a famous skill. How is that possible? For high-level rogues, the success rate of such a low-level skill is extremely low. What's wrong? Can't face reality? Or are you scared and want to run? The bald man is instantly enraged by my words. You bastard. You've completely pissed me off. Let me show you my true strength. With that, the bald man raises his dual blades and charges toward me. I quickly raise my greatsword to block. Then I forcefully push him back. You timid stalker. I almost thought I was higher level than you. There's this skill that others see as completely useless trash. But in my eyes, it's a god-tier skill. It's Warrior's Instinct, a skill that can sense surrounding danger. The reason others think it's useless is because its activation success rate is extremely low, with a failure rate as high as 99%. However, for this luck-dependent skill, with my maxed out luck stat, it's virtually 100%. Skill activation great success. Can sense all dangers within the area. The effect is like a circular radar suddenly appearing before me, with all the dots on it representing things threatening to me. As a rogue, the bald man can't possibly believe his perfect stealth was defeated by a skill all adventurers recognize as trash. I don't care how you discovered me. Your death is certain. Then come and try. I'm not afraid of a guy who only hides in shadows. The two of us immediately engage in battle. The clashing of blades echoes continuously through the room. The two bosses seem to have become spectators. Ha ha ha. A warrior competing in speed with me, a rogue? You're still green. Not to to mention I'm higher level than you. Under his rapid attacks, I can't dodge in time, and my arm is ultimately slashed, leaving a bloody mark. Paralysis check evaded. I really want to know what items you have. Neither the poison just now, nor the paralysis toxin triggered. In one fluid motion, I leap, using the boss as a springboard to launch myself behind him. Then I raise my greatsword. Skill, great layering strike. The massive force smashes into the ground, but the bald man easily dodges it. But my attack isn't over. I raise my greatsword and aim at him. Skill, bee sting. Seeing this guaranteed hit skill, the bald man laughs. You think a guaranteed hit skill really guarantees a hit? Laughable. Skill, butterfly dance. The spot I pierce suddenly transforms into an illusion, becoming butterflies that scatter. The bald man's true body has teleported behind me, without a scratch. Damn it, he actually dodged it. You really are a rookie. When contradicting skills clash, even guaranteed hit skills can be evaded. It mainly depends on the circumstances. He raises his dual blades and slashes at me. My thigh is immediately slashed again. At this moment, I'm in a terrible state, constantly retreating. Ha ha ha! I'm a rogue who specializes in hunting newbie warriors. At this point, the bosses can't take it anymore, being completely treated as air by these two. Do they even know where they are? The next second, a death ray fires toward us. Without even looking back, I crouch and dodge it. The bald man dodges even more easily, not even slowing down. He continues launching fierce attacks at me. No matter how the bosses attack, the bald man ignores them, his eyes showing only the determination to kill me. These big guys with only fixed patterns can be easily dodged without looking. You must have bought intel on the guild forum too, right? At this moment, I'm in a critical crisis, only able to defend passively. The two bosses have become mere spectators, seeming to complain, I've been completely humiliated as a boss today. Fine, do as you please. Due to the bald man's relentless pressure, I'm backed into a corner and accidentally step on his trap. You're about done for, aren't you? The moment you stepped in here alone, your death was sealed. Skill, Scorpion's death strike. Two black blade lights shoot toward me. The terrifying power is too much even for my greatsword to block. I'm sent flying heavily backward. The next second, I crash into the wall behind me. My greatsword falls to the ground. At this moment, I'm filled with despair. Seeing his chance, the bald man rushes to finish me. Let me give you the final blow. Now you die. Just as his dual blades are about to strike me, I reveal a triumphant smile. You fool, I was tricking you. The next second, the bald man is enveloped by a gravity sphere, unable to escape no matter how he struggles. Damn it, a gravity trap? When did you set this? The moment I saw the second boss appear, I sensed something was wrong. The guides we look up are usually for normal circumstances, but I didn't expect there'd be an idiot intruding into a boss battle. After the dual bosses event occurs, the entire room structure undergoes subtle changes. You didn't think an intruder just meant one extra boss, did you? It's the overall difficulty rising by a level. As a rogue, you didn't even notice such an obvious trap. Hearing my taunt, the bald man instantly rages. You bastard warrior. But at this moment, the two bosses are already walking toward him, seeming to say, now you can't escape. The next second, a massive fist slams toward the bald man. The terrifying force smashes him directly into the wall behind him. He then collapses to the ground, his consciousness slipping away. But even so, the other boss's rage isn't vented. It grabs the bald man and lifts him overhead. Then it slams him heavily into the ground. The bald man is covered in blood and loses consciousness. This time, thanks to warrior's instinct, I discovered the newly appeared gravity trap. Don't worry, after I deal with these two bosses, I'll take you out and hand you over to the Adventurers Guild for the bounty. But unexpectedly, just as I'm preparing to face the two bosses, the bald man actually stands up again and slowly says, you've got to be kidding. I'd rather go to hell than be arrested. After speaking, he lets out an eerie laugh. He then takes out massive amounts of explosives from his system inventory. He straps them all to his body. These explosives aren't like those crude ones. We're going to burn together. I'm shocked by his actions. Are you insane? If you detonate these, you'll die. But now, the bald man has gone completely mad. His only goal is to drag me down with him, even at the cost of his own life. Detonate all 100 explosives at once? The bald man clicks the yes button without hesitation. Let's go to hell together. An enormous flame immediately explodes throughout the room. I hastily raise my greatsword in front of me, but the ground beneath my feet has already begun to crack. The next second, the ground in my area starts to collapse. I slowly fall into darkness. Unexpectedly, I end up falling into a mysterious space. When I come to my senses, I discover this is actually a hidden chamber that's never been found before. I look up. Above is a massive hole. At this moment, the two bosses from above also jump down. Even more unfortunately, I'm sandwiched between them. As I'm thinking of countermeasures, I'm delighted to discover golden light emanating from a corner of the room. Looking closely, it's actually a golden chest. I see. No wonder these two bosses chase down so quickly. This hidden chamber contains what they truly guard. But the most critical problem now is this room is ridiculously narrow. The boss's massive body standing there completely blocked the entire path. In this cramped space, there's no room to perfectly evade the boss's attacks. If I attack head-on, facing two bosses' pincer attack, there's no way I can win. Now I can only bet my fate on that chest. With that thought, I charge toward the chest. As expected, the bosses immediately attack me. I narrowly dodge this strike with a few jumps. But unexpectedly, the wounds inflicted earlier by the bald man suddenly send sharp pain through me. Enduring the intense pain, I jump over the boss, and below is that mysterious golden chest. At this moment, the boss suddenly turns and fires a death ray straight at me. The massive force hits me directly in the back. Not only that, the boss follows up with a heavy punch. Under this combo, I'm instantly sent flying, and my greatsword is knocked from my hands. I collapse painfully against the wall, blood pouring from my mouth. Just as I'm relieved I didn't take a fatal blow, the boss lifts its massive foot and stomps down toward me. Seeing this, I desperately try to dodge to the side. However, my injuries are too severe. I can't avoid it at all. My feet are now mangled and completely numb, yet the will to survive keeps me going. I can't give up, no matter how much it hurts. What choice do I have? I drag my legs across across the ground, crawling painfully. Just a little more. At this moment, the boss's massive foot comes down again. The next second, a blood-curdling scream tears from my throat. But compared to 70 years of despair in my past life, this is nothing. Given a second chance at life, how can I fall again? I need to prove to everyone that I can become stronger. Mother and Nishimi are waiting for me at home. With my last bit of willpower, I reach the mysterious treasure chest. The next second, a golden bracelet floats out of it. Hope flashes before my eyes. Just as both bosses are about to attack me again, I immediately grab the golden bracelet and slip it onto my arm. With this, I'll turn the tide. Teleportation bracelet, an ultra-rare magical item that can teleport to any location. Perfect for my current situation. Behind me, the boss is already closed in. I immediately activate the teleportation bracelet's ability. Warning, this item is a magical artifact unsuitable for warrior class activation. Success rate reduced by 50%. Warning, adventurer's magic power insufficient for item activation. Success rate reduced by 35%. Final success rate 15%. Analyzing, but the green boss's massive foot is already coming down. I quickly extend my right hand, using the energy wave generated by the bracelet's activation, to flip the green boss onto the ground. At the same time, the bracelet's ability activates successfully. Teleportation successful. The next second, I appear above the red boss's head. I raise my greatsword high and bring it down toward the red boss's core. This time, even if it costs me my life, I'll bring back the elixir. But at this moment, the red boss's eyes emit a blinding light. A death ray fires instantly at me. Fortunately, I dodge in time and end up behind it. The death ray leaves a deep gouge in the wall ahead. These stone monsters are incredibly tough. Despite taking damage from that explosion, I still can't break through their defenses. If one hit won't work, I'll just attack multiple times. With that thought, I activate the teleportation bracelet again. With the system's success notification, I appear at the green boss's core. It's still lying on the ground, unable to get up. I seize this opportunity, raising my greatsword to pierce its core. But unexpectedly, the moment I thrust down, the green boss shakes its body. I lose my balance and nearly fall off. Meanwhile, the red boss has already pursued from behind. It raises its massive hand, trying to grab me. Teleportation successful. I teleport behind it once again. I slash down at its back with my sword. However, this attack isn't enough to deal a fatal blow to the boss. The enraged boss swings its fist at me again. Teleportation successful. Once again, I use the teleportation bracelet to teleport away. Your turn now. I position myself directly on the green boss's core. I drive my greatsword into its cracks. No matter how many times it takes, I absolutely won't give up. Under my relentless attacks, the green core gradually cracks open. But the green boss won't just lie there waiting to die. It attacks in my direction again. Teleportation successful. I teleport in front of the red boss and strike repeatedly at its core. The red core gradually cracks as well. Like this, I use the teleportation bracelet to switch between the two bosses, striking their cores several times with each teleport. I've now mastered this legendary rare equipment completely. Even though my class isn't suited to activate its abilities, with my maxed out luck stat, I can utilize it at 100% efficiency. The two bosses now have me trapped between them. Now's the time. Teleportation bracelet activated. The next second, both bosses' fists slam into each other's cores. Their cores are now heavily damaged, on the verge of shattering. I seize the opportunity and teleport behind the red boss. B sting. I thrust my sword straight into its core. The next second, the red boss's core completely shatters. Just like that, I've successfully defeated one boss. But the battle isn't over yet. I teleport once more above the green boss's head. Great layering strike. I'll end this with this one strike. As both bosses fall, their bodies begin to turn to dust and scatter, and I, severely injured, have completely exhausted my stamina. I fall powerlessly from the air, finally landing on the sand the bosses became. Warning, usage limit reached. To continue use, please recharge energy. Congratulations, adventurer Takahashi Yukido, on successfully defeating two bosses. Congratulations, adventurer Takahashi Yukido, on obtaining two legendary elixirs. Seeing this long-desired item, I finally smile. It was all worth it. I immediately open one bottle. Without hesitation, I drink it down. As I swallow, my body feels like a calm lake disturbed by a single drop of water. The next second, a massive green light envelops my entire body. My crippled feet heal rapidly right before my eyes. The wounds on my body instantly recover. Thank goodness. I've survived. My body feels reborn. This elixir will definitely cure mother's illness. Special conditions met. Granting Takahashi Yukido special titles. Survivor Endurance +10. Solo Double Giant Killing Strength +20. Enforcer of Justice Dexterity +10. Looking at the huge hole in the ceiling, I can't help but marvel. Falling from that height and I'm fine. Better get back up quickly. The next second, my figure becomes a blur, moving rapidly across the stone wall. I easily return to the boss room. When I look around, I expect to see the bald man's corpse. Unexpectedly, only a blood-stained invisibility cloak remains. I wonder if I can claim the bounty with this. Whatever, I'll take it for now. With that thought, I head toward the exit. Just like that, I've successfully cleared the 20th floor. After returning to the surface, I report the bald man's situation to the guild. However, when I pull out the blood-stained cloak, the receptionist turns and runs in fright. This isn't something I can handle. I must report this to my superiors. This incident causes quite a stir, to the point where reporters are looking to interview me. But I don't have time for stuff like this right now. Sorry, I've really got to go. We can talk about this some other time. With that, I turn and leave the guild building. I know mother's illness won't relapse this quickly, but even 1 second earlier is better. Look, isn't that Takahashi Yukito from the news? It seems I've set a new speed record for conquering the 20th floor, and it's making headlines across all the major outlets. But none of that matters to me. Anxious, I quickly run to my front door. The moment I push open the door, I find Mother and Nishimi already waiting at the entrance. Welcome home. Seeing my two beloved family members, I hold up the elixir and smile. I did it. Next, we take Mother back to the hospital. The test results are in. From what we can see, your mother's illness is completely cured. That elixir's effects are truly remarkable. Hearing this exciting news, we're overjoyed. Mom, this is wonderful. We don't have to worry about you suddenly collapsing anymore. Our family can stay together forever. It's all thanks to Yukito. I know you've put in so much effort. Mother's sudden, gentle comfort reminds me of the endless despair from my past life. The two emotions collide violently, turning into hot tears that pour out. Mom, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Thank you for raising us all this time. As these words finally leave my mouth, the regrets I couldn't express in my past life and the guilt buried in my heart all fall with my tears. In this life, I no longer have to be trapped in the past, clinging to despair. Yukito, really. Look where we are right now. Your eyes are all red, and the doctor's still here. But at this moment, the entire room is shrouded in darkness. Time seems to freeze. A figure suddenly appears outside the window. As the window opens, a foot steps inside. The man mutters to himself, "What a beautiful, happy family. Too bad they'll soon become unfortunate. Why do I have to do this kind of thing?" Saying this, the man walks up to Nishimi. "A will is unnecessary. As for cause of death, let's go with cardiac arrest." With that, the man raises his fist toward Nishimi. At this critical moment, I break through the barrier's restraints and raise my greatsword to block the strike. "You bastard, what are you trying to do to my sister?" Seeing this, the man is utterly shocked. "How strange. Why can you move? Answer my question first. Who are you, and why are you attacking my sister?" "Wait, your face? Now I remember. You're the hero." The so-called hero is, in fact, the strongest and top-ranked adventurer, known as humanity's savior. "Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Oyama Uchu Seigi. I'm a hero by class." "So, hero, why are you attacking my sister?" "I've already answered one of your questions. Now it's my turn to ask, why can you move within this void barrier?" You see, only those who've experienced soul death can move within the barrier. In that case, there's only one logical conclusion. You're also a regressor, so this is your second run too. That's right. Since you're also a regressor, this makes things easier. What I need to do now is completely eliminate all factors that contribute to world destruction. "You mean Nishimi? How could my sister possibly be related to world destruction? She's just one of the factors. In the future, she has a severe negative impact on her husband." Hearing this, I suddenly recall who Nishimi married in my past life. Since you're her brother, you must know too. In the past life, he and Nishimi ultimately couldn't escape a broken marriage. That broken relationship dragged his emotions into endless darkness. And that's what led to world destruction. So, to keep the world from being doomed, I'm going to eliminate your sister before they ever meet. Can you accept that outcome? You've got to be kidding. Everything changed the moment we returned. This life is totally different now. Take my mother, for example. She was hospitalized long-term due to illness, but now she's completely recovered. This means Nishimi won't have to work at nightclubs for medical bills, and of course, she won't meet that man because of it, so there's absolutely no need to kill Nishimi. Please, I'm begging you, spare my sister. Perhaps you're right, but compared to your baseless speculation, eliminating her right now is clearly more secure and reliable. If you want her, you'll have to go through me first. This is troubling. I'd really rather not kill you, you know? I just want to save this world and minimize the sacrifices as much as possible. I'd rather protect my family than save the world. At this moment, the hero suddenly comes up with an idea. "As long as you fight me right now and prove the possibility you speak of, I'll agree to spare your sister." How does that sound? "Why must we fight? I just want to know if you're someone special." Looking at the hero's arrogant demeanor, although I'm extremely irritated, I can only reluctantly agree to this duel. Hearing my agreement, the hero suddenly laughs happily. "By the way, I've hit level 50, with all my stats at 3000. Seeing these astonishing numbers, I'm stunned. How did this guy achieve that? Nothing to be surprised about. This world is like that. Without power, you can't protect anyone, not even your most important person. As a fellow returner, you should know this firsthand," he adds, turning toward the window, then draws his sword and points it at me. "Come on, have you decided? Your sister or a fight to the death with me? Right now, I'm torn inside, not knowing what to do. If I use the teleportation bracelet to escape with my family, that means I'll have to constantly guard them. I can run for now, but not forever." I take a deep breath and say with determination, "Let's fight." Hearing my response, the hero looks satisfied. "Confidence is good, but I'd advise you not to fantasize about beating me. Time is short. You should know my void barrier has a time limit, 10 minutes left. As long as you survive until the countdown ends, I'll choose to believe you once." I point at the hospital room. "Are we dueling right here?" "Of course not. As a hero, how could I intentionally damage a hospital? Come fight me outside." With that, he jumps down from the building. I turn back to look at Nishimi. "Nishimi, I'll definitely protect you." Then I grab my metal slime greatsword and jump down. The hero already has his sword drawn, ready for action. Can my luck stat truly turn the tide? Well then, let's begin. The moment the hero finishes speaking, he summons 5 different elemental magic circles behind him. The next second, various elemental magic attacks fire in my direction. Coming out swinging like that? Don't you think it's a bit much? And silent casting too. You're really trying to kill me here. I complain while dodging the attacks. Don't rush. This is just the beginning. He then summons 2 light clones. All 3 heroes charge toward me. Seeing this, I'm utterly shocked. This is insane. How am I supposed to survive this? I complain while opening my system inventory. Summon 2 proxy puppets. I command the proxy puppets to block the clones while I face the real hero in the center. However, my meager strength is immediately deflected. The proxy puppets are easily destroyed by the clones. If all you do is defend, you'll never win. But the next second, a melody plays. I pull out the chaotic staff I used before. A massive flaming boulder is summoned. Try this move. I wave my hand. The flaming boulder crashes down toward the hero. I don't think this will defeat the hero, but it should at least cause some damage. However, a voice emerges from the dust. I see. Is this the reward you received for returning? My reward is the void barrier I'm currently using, and I'm guessing your reward is luck. No wonder they call you the hero. That powerful attack only destroyed your clone, and you figured out my secret from just that one move? You're wrong. I deduced it from your recent activities combined with your attack just now. In your eyes, am I pathetic for relying on nothing but luck? Not at all. I believe luck is actually a form of strength, but relying solely on luck can't solve everything. Saying this, the hero summons even more types of magic circles. To you right now, I'm an insurmountable mountain. Each elemental magic summons a spirit. I know I can't obtain everything through luck stat alone. There's only one chance to defeat the hero. When I saw his status window earlier, I noticed only his luck stat was abnormally low, or basically non-existent. To protect my family, I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means becoming the enemy of the entire world. If I let the tragedy of my past life repeat itself, what's the point of living again? The hero attacks me again, and this assault is even fiercer than before. Even the fire and water spirits charge at me. Now I can only take advantage of his bad luck. With that thought, I pull out the teleportation bracelet from my inventory, just as all the attacks are about to hit me. The teleportation bracelet successfully activates. The next second, I vanish from where I stood. At this moment, the entire city is frozen due to the hero's void barrier. I teleport onto the street, but in the blink of an eye, the hero pursues with his spirits. I didn't expect you to have the teleportation bracelet, but personally, I prefer flight magic. I jump from the car roof into the crowd. Sorry, but let's fight here. If you want to test me, I also want to find out if you're truly a qualified adventurer. If you're the hero, you wouldn't drag innocent people into this, right? I see. So that's why you lured me here. I am indeed a hero, and my duty is to protect everyone in this world. I would never intentionally harm them for personal reasons. Though in this crowded space, I truly can't use large-scale magic. He snaps his fingers. The two spirits behind him disappear. Then he stores his sword in his inventory. But don't think this limits me. Let me show you the power of my other magic. He immediately summons dozens of golden flying swords from behind. Seeing this, I store my great sword at once. Then I open my system inventory and pull out the silver slime great shield. With this, blocking these flying swords shouldn't be a problem. The hero waves his hand in the air. All the flying swords launch toward me. I quickly flee from where I was standing. However, the flying swords move as if they have their own consciousness, precisely avoiding the crowd below while relentlessly tracking me. Seeing this, I immediately run toward a nearby alley. But at this moment, one of the flying swords has already reached me. I frantically raise my shield. With a loud clang, the flying sword is deflected off course. The massive force leaves a deep crack in the wall. Immediately after, with a booming explosion, the out-of-control flying sword pierces through a metal pipe nearby. The hero slowly descends. You know, in the final days of the past life, monsters disguised as humans grew in number. The Wanderers, who once only dared hide in the shadows, even made cities their strongholds. With a gesture, he summons earth magic, and countless spikes erupt from the ground. I immediately turn and run. In my past life, I didn't care about these things. I was mostly in the dungeon killing slimes. I only treated the surface as a place to resupply food, so I'm not clear about what happened to humanity in the end. The hero catches up and says, "That's truly regrettable. As fellow regressors, I was hoping we could share our experiences from the past life." He raises his fist and charges at me. I quickly dive under a car. We have nothing to talk about. In my past life, I was just scraping by at the very bottom. Is that so? Then you'd better enjoy this vast sky. The hero kicks downward. A massive shockwave blasts down at me. I frantically raise my shield to block it, but the terrifying force still sends me flying. I struggle to my feet. Unfortunately, I'm the type who prefers living in small places, so you're that type of person. I truly feel sorry for you. Even if you say that, my personality won't change. I grab a nearby skateboard and quickly escape. Watching me flee, the hero says helplessly, "Even at this point, you still choose to run? I'm about done playing around. I said you need to prove your worth, not play a game of cat and mouse here." The hero draws a pentagram pattern in front of him. The next second, countless rays of light block my escape route. I quickly abandon the skateboard and jump backward, but the hero has already caught up from behind. If this is all you've got, then let's end this farce. At this moment, I see a utility pole standing nearby. An idea suddenly strikes me. Since that's how it is, you asked for it. I charge toward the utility pole, then kick it hard. The pole snaps instantly. Are you ready? My counterattack begins now. The utility pole slowly topples toward the hero. If the hero dodges, the civilians behind him will be crushed by the falling pole. Left with no choice, the hero abandons dodging and catches the falling pole with his body. That's our hero. You absolutely won't abandon innocent civilians. The hero casually sets down the pole. Not bad. I can handle this level easily. You really think so? Then you better protect everyone here. The cables connected to the pole suddenly snap. Countless sparks crackle. The real show is just beginning. At this moment, a cable swings toward the gas pipe that just leaked. The crackling current instantly ignites the flammable gas. The next second, a massive explosion erupts behind the hero. The hero is utterly shocked and quickly turns to look. The explosion site is already engulfed in raging flames. He immediately summons a water spirit. Quickly put out the fire. The water spirit uses water magic to rapidly extinguish the flames, but the fire is too large to put out in time. Seeing this, I immediately taunt from the side. "Hero, your firefighting seems inadequate. Want me to help?" The fire grows more intense, spreading to the trees on both sides of the road. Even the concrete road cracks from the high temperature. The next second, the ground in the middle of the road collapses. Two nearby cars are about to fall in. The hero is horrified. No way. How did it come to this? He hurriedly summons two more spirits and orders them to rescue. To be certain, he even summons his two light clones and leads them quickly toward the pit. Fortunately, everything is still in time. Thanks to their combined efforts, they manage to rescue both the fallen civilians and the vehicles. I slowly walk toward the hero. "Hero, you haven't forgotten our agreement, have you? I'm extremely busy right now. No time for you. Wait until I handle this, then I'll settle with you. Even if I turn my back to you and let you attack, you can't break my defense." Since the hero says so, if I don't at least try, wouldn't that mean I've completely given up? Although I can't harm you, I can still cause you some trouble. I raise my shield and ram into the hero's back. Caught off guard, the hero is knocked down, and below is all sewage. For the clean-loving hero, this is pure hell. The hero tries to reach out and grab the edge of the pit, but I swing my sword and successfully knock his arm away. You've got to be kidding. Just like that, the hero falls into the sewage in despair. His entire body body is submerged, and he shouts furiously, "Takahashi Yukito, you bastard, I'm getting angry." But I don't care about his anger and pull out the chaotic staff again. By the way, there are still many civilians who need saving. If you don't hurry, they'll really be in danger. Hearing my words, the hero loses his temper. Fine, I surrender. You win. Happy now? Just like that, I win this duel in an extremely disgraceful manner. My luck is indeed bad. Terrible things often happen around me. You only kicked down one utility pole, yet it caused such a catastrophic chain reaction. If I didn't have so many abilities at my disposal, this situation would have spiraled out of control. By the way, do you remember that major accident in the past life? Of course. That's my most tragic memory from my past life. I still can't forget that explosion. It took away my last remaining family. After that, my life was filled with darkness. Compared to that, have I now proven the possibility you spoke of? Of course. Your actions surprise me. I'm very curious how your future will turn out, but I still need to observe you for a while longer. The void barrier's time is almost up. Once I finish the cleanup here, I'll come find you again. Curseborn disaster. As for the curseborn disaster at the hospital, I'll leave it to you. Should be no problem, right? Huh? What curseborn disaster? Right now, I'm completely clueless about what the hero is talking about. What, seriously? You don't know about the tragedy that happened at the hospital in the past life? That was all over the news. As a regressor, how could you not know? Don't joke with me like this. And at this moment, I remain completely clueless. I genuinely don't know. The hero falls silent. That was a major incident. Every news outlet covered it at the time. There was an explosion and the road collapsed. You still don't remember? I feel incredibly embarrassed. The truth is, in my past life, I spent most of my time in the dungeon. Back then, I hunted slimes for 70 years and didn't care about anything else. Hearing this, the hero sighs in exasperation. Sounds like you completely wasted your previous life. Then you definitely don't have a strategy to stop the curseborn disaster either. That's right. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about, let alone any strategy. Anyway, I don't have time to explain everything. The void barrier is about to disappear. You should go check out the morgue in the hospital basement first. That way you'll get a general idea of what's happening. Once I finish what I'm doing, I'll get there as soon as possible. I'm warning you, if you don't do anything, there will be casualties. Just as I'm about to ask what that means, the hero has already sped away. Whatever. I should head back to the hospital first. With that thought, I activate the teleportation bracelet. The next second, I'm teleported away, and at the same time, the void barrier completely dissipates. People on the street return to normal, completely unaware of the battle that just took place around them. Back at the hospital, the doctor tells Mom that regular checkups from now on will be sufficient. Right now, my mind is racing, and I don't have time to explain much to my family. Besides, I don't even know what's going to happen. This hospital is dangerous now. I need to get Mom and Nishimi out of here quickly. Just then, Nishimi's stomach rumbles. Ha ha ha, I'm actually kind of hungry. Let's grab something to eat on the way home. I seize the moment. To celebrate Mom's recovery, let me cook dinner tonight. Hearing this, both Mom and Nishimi look surprised. Are you sure you can handle it? Don't underestimate me. You two head home first, I'll go pick up ingredients. With that, I send Mom and Nishimi home while staying behind at the hospital. Next, I need to check out the morgue, but ordinary people aren't allowed in there. To make my next move easier, I head to the men's restroom. I put on the invisibility cloak that the bald man dropped earlier. As long as I wear it, most monsters won't detect me. I walk out of the restroom confidently. To passers-by, the restroom door suddenly opens by itself, leaving one person convinced he'd seen a ghost. Using the invisibility cloak, I quietly slip into the elevator. Soon, I arrive at the hospital's basement level. Under normal circumstances, no one comes down here. That's why it's eerily quiet. Just to be safe, I immediately activate Warrior's Instinct. According to the radar, it shows there's currently no danger. I then search around for the location of the morgue. Soon, I spot the words morgue at one location. Finally found it. The curseborn disaster the hero mentioned is inside. I cautiously walk in and find two neat rows of beds arranged in the empty room, and on each bed lies a corpse. From what I can see, there's nothing unusual. Could the problem be in the inner room? With that thought, I walk toward the door on the opposite side. Just as I reach the door, I get the feeling something behind me is watching. But when I turn around, I don't see anything unusual. However, the moment I put away the invisibility cloak, two neat rows of red dots suddenly appear on the radar, perfectly matching the positions of all the beds. The next second, the beds start creaking ominously. The corpses that were motionless suddenly begin moving in an eerie way. They're also making low guttural growls. Soon, all the corpses stagger toward me like zombies, closing in. I see. This is the curseborn disaster the hero was talking about. Could these be undead? Undead monsters only appeared in the deepest parts of the dungeon. At that moment, a long-haired zombie locks onto me. It then lunges at me quickly. I immediately raise my greatsword. With one swing, I take it down. These zombies don't carry a virus. The reason they became this way is because they died from a curse cast by spirit-type monsters. If they aren't buried quickly enough, after some time they turn into zombies. And this curse is also contagious among corpses. In my past life, I heard soul pacification could handle this, but right now I have no way to perform it. The only good news is this curse can't spread through the air to the living, only through bites. To block them, I used bedboards to barricade the path. However, one clearly isn't enough. I need to move a few more bedboards over, so while killing zombies, I arrange the bedboards in a row. Soon, using 3 bedboards, I completely block the path. Through the gaps, I can see that some zombies were high-level adventurers when alive. If you hadn't become zombies, I definitely wouldn't be your match. Saying that, I thrust my sword through. At that moment, the doorknob behind me suddenly starts shaking. Looks like there are more zombies behind the door. The next second, the door bursts open, and 2 zombies rush out from the inner room. One female zombie falls to the ground, while the male zombie lunges at me. Seeing this, I quickly turn and take it down with one strike. strike. I then raise my greatsword, ready to strike the other female zombie on the ground, just as I'm about to attack. To my shock, the radar registers her as neutral and presents no danger. That means this person on the ground isn't a monster. The woman is terrified, mumbling words I can't catch. Without paying close attention, I'd really think she is a zombie. However, what's worse is that this woman has multiple wounds. She's clearly been bitten by zombies. Fortunately, she was just bitten and can still be cured. But I don't have the ingredients for the antidote right now. The bedboard barricade won't hold much longer. Should I save this woman first or prioritize killing these zombies? What a mess. In the end, I open my system inventory. I then put the teleportation bracelet on my arm. The teleportation bracelet activates, making the antidote requires an alchemy tool, then holy water from a world tree leaf, and finally, the blood of the person taking the medicine. Soon, I gather everything and return to the morgue. I bend down and carefully extract a drop of blood from her fingertip. Now all the materials are gathered. Next, I follow the instructions step by step to prepare it. This is my first time crafting a potion. Please, let this work. Beginning to craft evil purging elixir. Warning, player is not an alchemist class. Success rate reduced by 25%. Warning, player lacks advanced alchemy synthesis skill. Success rate reduced by 70%. Warning, insufficient magic power. Upon success, there's a 1% chance of producing excellent quality, 2% chance of normal quality, and 97% chance of inferior quality. Successfully crafted excellent quality evil purging elixir. Ma'am, hang in there. I've finished making the antidote. Drink it quickly. As the potion is consumed, a healing light suddenly radiates from her body. She quickly returns to normal. As expected from an excellent quality elixir, the effects are astounding. I help her sit in a corner. I then pick up the metal slime greatsword and prepare to deal with those zombies again. To my shock, the zombies' once deafening uproar has fallen into an eerie silence. What's going on? Where did those zombies go? When I look through the gaps, the scene before me fills me with horror. The zombies have merged together, their forms twisting grotesquely. They form into one massive monster. With a thunderous roar, the bedboards in front of me are blasted apart by the terrifying sonic blast. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This fusion monster seems way beyond what I can handle. If it comes down to it, I'll have to use teleportation to escape. I didn't expect to encounter curse evolution. That damn hero actually sent me against such a tough enemy. Next time I see him, he's going to pay for this. With that thought, I charge forward, sword raised. The monster extends 2 tentacles. They whip toward me quickly. I quickly duck to dodge the attack. Then with one strike, I slice off its head. A zombie's biggest weakness is the head. Problem is, this thing has way too many heads. At that moment, the monster's tentacles strike again. I quickly sidestep to dodge. Then I slice off another head with one strike. Just like that, while cutting down the attacking tentacles. I also slice off its heads. Before long, I've severed most of its heads. Just when I think I'm about to win, the main head I just cut off is rapidly regenerating. In mere moments, it's fully restored. No way. How am I supposed to fight this? The monster swings its tentacles again, but this time the target isn't me. It's the 2 corpses I killed earlier behind me. The monster slowly wraps around the corpses and lifts them into the air. Then it opens its gaping maw and swallows them in one gulp. Moments later, the heads I just cut off have grown back. They've all regenerated. This big guy is seriously a pain. You're zombies now, so stay dead and rot like you're supposed to. Anyway, to defeat this monster, I need to cut off all its heads faster than it can regenerate them. But most of my current skills are one-on-one. I don't have any area of effect damage skills. I could use the chaotic staff to cast magic, but I can't use wide area magic here. If the power is too great, it'll just destroy the entire hospital. Do I really have to wait for the hero? That'd be admitting defeat to him. But at that moment, I'm horrified to see the remaining zombies shambling toward the fusion monster. They slowly merge into the giant zombie's body. Several more heads then sprout from the monster's body. It even grows new arms. Watching this thing grow larger by the second, I know I can't wait any longer. I need to eliminate it quickly. If it keeps growing, the doctors and patients upstairs will be in danger. The monster launches its attack first. Its massive size combined with its relentless attacks have left the entire morgue in ruins. I need to defeat it quickly. If it keeps getting stronger, I'll have no chance of winning. Easier said than done. I have no idea how to win this. What I need is a skill or item that can take out all the heads at once without leveling the hospital. At that moment, I spot something scattered in the corner, and an idea hits me. After blocking its attack, I immediately hide behind the bedboards in the corner. This alchemy furnace could work. A tentacle whips over, nearly smashing through the bedboard. Since I don't have what I need, I'll just make one on the spot. Luckily, the materials I need are right here. With that thought, I dismantle the iron frame from the bedboard, obtain 4 steel pipes. However, at that moment, the monster's tentacles have already split the bedboard. Easy there, big guy. Just give me a sec. Saying that, I put the split bedboard into my system inventory, obtained 1 iron plate. I then take out the metal slime great shield. I'll use this to buy myself some time. Several tentacles come whipping toward me. While dodging, I raise my shield to block. I then pull out the alchemy manual from my inventory. What I want to make is black powder, something with serious area damage. The required materials are charcoal, sulfur, and potassium nitrate. Problem is, I don't have any of those things right now. I originally planned to use the teleportation bracelet to go buy them, but right now there isn't enough energy left for a round trip, all because that hero made me use it so many times today. In that case, I'll have to find what I need here. While dodging the attacking tentacles, I search for usable materials. Soon, I spot broken wood boards in the corner. Obtained 1 wood board. I casually toss it into the nearby alchemy furnace. Charcoal crafting in progress. Successfully crafted excellent quality charcoal. Next, I just need sulfur and potassium nitrate. I don't know how to get those, but I've got modern technology on my side. I pull out my phone and ask an AI assistant. It quickly finds a bunch of methods. The simplest method is to extract it from matches. I rush over to the unconscious woman. I search through her bag and find a box of matches. Looks like luck is on my side, and I toss them straight into the furnace. Extracting sulfur and potassium potassium nitrate from matches. Extraction successful. Now all the materials are gathered. I immediately throw them all into the alchemy furnace. Successfully crafted excellent quality black powder. I then take out the iron plate I collected earlier. Successfully crafted a pile of bullets. Since I have bullets now, there's only one thing left. I then draw my design on a sketch pad. The monster, frustrated by its failed attacks, lets out an enraged roar. It then charges at me, dragging its massive body. Oh, so you can run too, big guy. Too bad it's too late for that. Saying that, I toss my design into the alchemy furnace. The paper clearly shows a rough gun design. I then take out the steel pipes I collected earlier. First recipe of its kind in the world. Starting creation alchemy. Warning, player is not an alchemist class. Success rate reduced by 25%. Warning, player lacks advanced alchemy synthesis skill. Success rate reduced by 70%. Warning, insufficient magic power. There is a 0.01% chance of excellent quality, a 0.99% chance of standard quality, and a 99% chance of inferior quality. Successfully crafted excellent quality shotgun. 2 guns appear in my hands, automatically loaded with bullets. Now it's finally my turn to strike back. I raise my hands and aim at the monster in front of me. Warning, player's class is incompatible with firearms. Misfire probability increased by 30%, accuracy reduced by 30%. Time's up, firing successful. Time to show you the power of a dual wielder. Massive flames blast forth from the barrels. Several powerful bullets shoot toward the monster. Just like that, I blow off the monster's main head again. As expected, the destroyed head is regenerating at a visible speed. However, just as it's about to fully recover, I blast it apart again with one shot. With my dual guns, think your regeneration can outpace my bullets? Saying that, I fire another shot at the monster's body, blowing a hole straight through it. The monster instantly loses balance and collapses to the ground. Look at you, pathetic little monster. What a joke. I'm done playing with you. I walk slowly toward the monster, shotgun raised. I keep firing into its entire body. Ammunition depleted. By now, the monster's been blasted into pulp. The only recognizable thing left is half a head. Ding. Congratulations, Takahashi Yukito has successfully defeated the Cursed Abomination. World first clear completed. Title awarded, Holy Vanquisher. Damage dealt to undead creatures increased by 30%. Seeing the successful defeat notification, my tense nerves finally relax. It's finally over. There shouldn't be any more zombies, right? At that moment, the unconscious woman behind me slowly wakes up. That's great. Looks like the antidote I gave her earlier worked. Then it hits me. How do I explain why I'm here if someone asks? I'm a trespasser covered in blood, holding 2 guns. This doesn't exactly scream innocent. To avoid unnecessary trouble, I quickly put the guns into my system inventory. Damn. They could charge me with trespassing, or worse, illegal weapons possession. Anyway, I'll put on the invisibility cloak and get out of here quickly. However, at that moment, sounds come from outside the door. Just my luck. Someone's coming now of all times. This cloak isn't perfect. Plenty of items and skills can detect it, and the teleportation bracelet doesn't have enough energy left. At that moment, the morgue door opens and 2 armed guards rush in first. Behind them, more attendants enter, carrying an ornate palanquin. A young girl sits on it, absorbed in her phone. I didn't expect people from the church. This could be trouble. Even though I'm wearing the invisibility cloak, they've already detected me. Lady Naomi, there's a suspicious man here. However, the girl doesn't even look up, continuing to play on her phone. Is he an enemy of God? After receiving an uncertain answer from her subordinate, the girl sighs helplessly. She tosses her phone to an attendant. Sync the event. Keep moving. Saying that, she steps down from the palanquin. The world's gold, silver, and jewels are merely heaven's treasury overflowing. Those who use these riches for power without God's blessing are unforgivable. After saying that, under the soldier's gaze, she slowly walks toward me. This makes me incredibly nervous. What's with this little girl acting so strange? Excuse me, handsome young man. Are you an enemy of God? I quickly remove the invisibility cloak and say seriously, what do you think? I just took down an undead monster. Then how do you prove it? And you don't look like a hospital staff member. Do you have undead detection like me? Or even something stronger? Just as I'm wondering how to explain, a familiar figure walks in. Don't worry, I sent him to investigate. The person who just arrived is the hero I was fighting earlier. Everyone immediately bows respectfully, showing just how highly they regard him. I'm sorry, I got delayed dealing with some incidents. I see. If the hero knows him, he definitely can't be suspicious. I'm just a bit puzzled. This guy's karma value is rather low. Hearing this, I'm confused. Karma value? I've never heard of that stat. That's because I possess the eyes of judgment. Through these eyes, I can see a person's good and evil values, as expected from the church's youngest cleric. Is this a special skill only rare classes can have? I'm not that impressive. Nowhere near the hero's level. By the way, is this person participating in the holy campaign? Congratulations, you're correct. If it's him, he'll definitely play an important role in this holy campaign and help liberate the temple from the demons. Understood. Since the hero says so, I'll personally take him to the site. Honestly, I don't want subordinates. My fate being decided so arbitrarily makes me instantly furious. Yukito, don't be angry. I was just joking. He suddenly turned serious. Don't refuse just yet. Come with me for a moment. The 2 of us step aside to a corner. Sorry, but I need your help. Keep an eye on that child for me. You know about the class change temple, right? It's crucial for adventurers. Through class change rituals, you can upgrade your current class and gain stronger abilities. Even if you don't like your class, you can change it there. In my past life, the holy campaign failed. The temple's liberation was delayed, weakening adventurers across the board. Meanwhile, monsters were strengthened. Since you know this, with you joining, I believe the holy campaign will definitely succeed. That said, I'm also very busy. There are countless emerging threats I need to stop, far more dangerous ones. Then why me? I'm clearly not strong enough. Look, you need to build connections with the church anyway. Their support is essential for tackling deep-level areas. True. To clear deep dungeons efficiently, having the church on my side is my best bet. Moreover, the church has a monopoly on talent with healing and support magic. They've even established multiple teleportation stations in the deep dungeon, allowing adventurers to move quickly between floors. So I agree to the hero's request quest. At that moment, I suddenly grabbed the hero's collar. But before that, you must swear you'll never harm my family again. Of course, I won't interfere with people who are valuable to the world, so I'm counting on you for the holy campaign. Fine. First, tell me in detail about things related to your past life. After the hero's explanation, I basically understand the general situation. At this point, Naomi becomes a bit impatient. Are you done talking? We're getting ready to leave. Saying that, she casts a spell on me. The next second, all the filth on my body is purified. She then turns and jumps onto the palanquin. Let's head to the nearest church to test your abilities. She reaches out to take the phone handed to her by an attendant. You'll only come to the battlefield if you meet the minimum combat requirements. At this moment, the hero behind me has quietly left. Good luck, Takahashi Yukito. I believe in you. What a pain. I hope I can still make it home in time for dinner. Naomi brings me to the nearest church. Ready? Your opponent is one of my level 40 subordinates. His combat power is mid-tier at best. A paladin steps out from the group. He draws his longsword and points it at me. This level's a bit high for me, but I can still fight. The next second, we're locked in combat. Meanwhile, Naomi pulls out a bag of bread from somewhere. She then leisurely chews while watching the battle before her. After a few exchanges, I realize he's much weaker than expected. Paladins are supposed to be defensive, but even so, he shouldn't be this weak. At that moment, Naomi, having finished her bread, finally makes a move. By God's grace, let me grant you power. Naomi continuously chants magic incantations. As her staff descends, a red magical aura instantly envelops the paladin. I notice his combat power surge dramatically. The tables turn instantly. Damn it. Is this the power of her buff magic? Now the paladin's attack and defense are both sky high. This isn't looking good for me. At that moment, I'm surprised to discover a flaw in his gauntlets. An important screw isn't tightened properly. Maybe I can use this. With that thought, I switch my greatsword for my shield. I then take out a small piece of metal scrap, a fragment produced during metal smelting. At that moment, the paladin leaps high toward me. Skill, holy hammer. I'm already prepared. I channel all my magic power into the metal scrap. I then charge toward the paladin. Skill, beast sting. A golden flash streaks through the air. The metal scrap is precisely shot at the flaw in his armor. The next second, the armor explodes. Seeing this, I immediately raise my shield and use shield bash. It numbs his arm on impact. Just like that, the paladin loses balance and falls to the ground. I then take out my greatsword again and point it at him. Looks like I win. Congratulations, you passed. Just like that, I successfully gain their approval. After agreeing on the specific time and meeting place for the holy campaign, I return home. Good thing I made it back in time to cook dinner. Though my own portion came out a bit burnt. I knew having you cook wasn't the best idea. Don't be discouraged, Yukito. You'll definitely do better next time. I know it's not perfect, but Nishimi and Mom don't seem to mind and start eating. To protect them, I must get stronger quickly. I don't know when the hero might change his mind, so my current goal is to surpass him. First, I need to deal with the class change temple. Meanwhile, at the church, multiple paladins request an audience with Naomi. Their goal, oppose adventurers joining the holy campaign. Letting those selfish adventurers join is far too dangerous. Hearing this topic yet again, Naomi feels exasperated. She wants no part in these political battles. The lead paladin presses on. They've already failed once before. Church headquarters is investigating why they failed. But results show teams with good moral character have higher survival rates. That's why headquarters uses a hidden stat panel to judge good and evil. The power of God's enemies scales with the karma value. However, the hero has warned against over-reliance on it as dangerous. However, this statement instantly angers the lead captain. Do you think those adventurers living reckless lives are more reliable than us with our devout faith? According to my investigation, some of these people were even criminals before. What you're saying makes sense too, but I've already agreed to let them join. Do you want me to break my word? Of course not, but you didn't promise to fight alongside them. Understood. I won't let adventurers participate in the temple battle. After hearing the satisfactory answer, everyone kneels on one knee in gratitude. Time flies, and the day of the holy campaign arrives. But I wait for a long time, and Naomi still hasn't come to discuss the battle strategy with me. And that girl actually has the nerve to text me saying she'll announce the plan on the day itself. And thanks to my outstanding performance before, I'm appointed as the captain of the adventurers for this mission. Next, I find myself standing on the dungeon's first floor. After I meet up with Naomi and the others, I'm shocked to discover that the church group doesn't seem to welcome me at all. Looks like this cooperation is going to be troublesome. Then I gather with the adventurers on the grassland. For a low-level rookie like me to serve as captain is both an honor and a challenge. I'll do my best, and I ask for your cooperation and patience. Unexpectedly, everyone has no objection to me being the captain. Since you're an adventurer that the hero values, we'll trust you unconditionally. You know, the hero often helped us. Without him, we might still be in prison right now. Hearing this, I'm quite surprised. I didn't expect that guy's daily actions actually fit his hero status. But thinking of that smug, slimy attitude of his really gets under my skin, and I just can't let it go. Just then, Naomi calls out from beside us. We're moving out. We head to the temple on the 30th floor to prepare for the holy campaign. Immediately, everyone arrives at the church location on the first floor. Wherever humans live in peace, a church can always be found. Under normal circumstances, using the teleportation array in the church requires a huge donation. But since we're here to help this time, we can use it for free. As the nun on the side chants magic continuously, we pass through the teleportation magic array and teleport instantly. The place we're at now is the Tokyo dungeon. The 30th floor, eternal polar night. This is a world of only night. The entire area is illuminated by the faint glow of auroras. There aren't even many monsters here. The strangest thing is this floor has no boss, so adventurers can proceed to the next floor without fighting. Therefore, most adventurers ignore the existence of this floor. Soon we arrive at our destination, the class change temple. So I immediately ask Naomi, now you should tell us your battle battle strategy. Naomi gestures toward the temple ahead. Leave the monsters inside to us, she says. As adventurers, you just need to take care of perimeter security. Hearing this, I'm stunned. You mean you don't want us participating in the battle? At this moment, the paladin captain steps forward. Don't think this arrangement is bad. You know, with karma that high, entering the temple is far too risky. Leave clearing out the monsters to professionals like us. Hearing this, I'm quite angry. The hero was right. Karma value is a flawed indicator. If it's a pure villain, it's fine. But if you encounter hypocrites, the karma value only gives the opposite result. Therefore, karma value is often exploited by people with ill intentions. Has even the church started to rot? What a pain this mission is turning out to be. I immediately step forward to fight for the interests of my teammates behind me. You know, we still need to report this mission to the Adventurers Guild. If they find out we gave up halfway, our adventurer careers will be over. Of course, we won't make things difficult for you. Lady Naomi is magnanimous. Saying this, he hands over the mission agreement. Now your mission is considered complete, and the reward will be paid in full. If you still have any complaints, please leave immediately. Getting full rewards without doing anything, you're really generous. Since things have gone this far, I can't very well press the point. After all, as hired reinforcements, our position puts us at a natural disadvantage. Although the paladins are all extremely excited, only Naomi keeps her head down, looking very uncomfortable. In the end, she just says, farewell. Then, leaving us behind, she turns and walks toward the temple. The adventurers are fine with the arrangement. Anyway, the mission is considered complete. We just wait to collect the reward afterward. However, only I know that at this rate, this holy campaign will end in crushing defeat and only accelerate the world's destruction. If gods truly exist, please save these fools. Right now, I'm completely lost and have no idea what to do. What would the hero do in this situation? To reclaim the class change temple, the church members leave us behind and walk in alone. However, the scene before their eyes shocks them. In front of a statue, a group of monsters from different races are kneeling in worship. Their intrusion instantly attracts the monsters' attention, yet these creatures don't immediately launch an attack. Why is this? Something doesn't feel right. You know, there are few monsters on this floor, yet so many different species are gathered here. While Naomi is still thinking about the reason, the paladins beside her already charge forward. These monsters dare to turn their backs on us. This is the perfect chance to eliminate them. However, as they charge in for the kill, black gas floats out from their bodies and is gradually absorbed by the statue ahead. The next second, the statue actually opens a horrific mouth and instantly transforms into an evil god, emanating a terrifying aura. An evil god? But we're devout followers. Why is it growing stronger? Could it be a transgressor stands among us? As doubt arises, all the paladins start suspecting they might be the transgressor. Company wealth isn't private property, so that should be fine, right? Expensive items are fine too, so long as they were given with good intent. It's a bit embarrassing, but multiple divorces and remarriages are legal. Everyone hold on to wishful thinking, believing it's definitely not themselves. If it's not me, then it must be one of you. Seeing the situation, Naomi sighs helplessly. Just as the hero said, you can't trust appearances. Most people still struggle to resist worldly temptations. Naomi strikes her staff heavily on the ground. Listen up, everyone. Whoever the transgressor is, that's for later. Right now, prepare for battle. Lady Naomi is right. We must believe that the gods will bless us. The paladin says this and raises his longsword, charging toward the monsters. Naomi casts buff magic from behind, raising the paladin's overall combat power by a level. However, the enemy's formation is too comprehensive. They even have mages in the back casting fireballs. Combined with the buff effects from the evil god, these monsters are terrifyingly powerful right now. Everyone, don't panic. These are just ordinary monsters from below the 30th floor. We've already reached the 40th floor. There's no reason we should lose to them. Saying this, Naomi casts healing magic and instantly heals all the paladin's wounds. The paladin's morale ignites once again as they launch a fierce assault on the monsters. However, at this moment, the evil god statue mutates again. Massive demonic energy surges from within. The moment the black gas touches the monsters, an enormous power erupts from their bodies. Just like that, the monster side overwhelms the humans in overall strength. The paladins are beaten back step by step. This causes some timid paladins to become fearful. Why is this happening? We've never heard of a situation like this. At this rate, things will only get worse for us. The more adventurers are slaughtered, the stronger its divine rank becomes, granting it more power. That's right. Gaining new skills through leveling isn't exclusive to humans. Two demon wolves rapidly charge toward a paladin. Under the siege of two monsters, the paladin is defeated in moments. On the other side, a paladin is grabbed single-handedly by an orc. Without anyone's rescue, only death awaits him. The situation becomes worse and worse. Even Naomi's magic power is nearly depleted. Seeing this, some paladins begin to despair. Can we even win this? Fear immediately breeds massive amounts of black gas. After the evil god absorbs this gas, its appearance changes again. A pair of demon horns grows on its head. Damn it, it is feeding off everyone's fear to make itself stronger. Without sacrifice, there's no way to win. Let this be the site of my martyrdom. Even if I must use a killing spell, I'll carve a bloody path before the goddess statue. Right now, everyone has no way to retreat. Under Naomi's buff magic, all the paladins raise their swords and charge forward. Now is the crucial moment to demonstrate our faith. However, this faith collapses instantly. The two paladins charging at the front are instantly killed by the monsters. Witnessing this brutal scene, the remaining paladins tremble with fear. With just a glance from the demon wolf, they completely lose their courage to fight. Abandoning Naomi, they turn and run toward the gate. Come back! Fleeing will only accelerate our demise. But the paladins have lost all reason, desperately pounding on the temple's gate. Seeing this, Naomi falls into despair. How did it come to this? Where has your faith gone? Am I the only one prepared for martyrdom? I just hate the feeling of dying in vain. At this moment, outside the temple, the hired adventurers are all waiting here in boredom. What should we do? They've been inside for a while now. I wonder how the battle is going. Everyone, we've completed the church's mission, but please allow me to issue a new request to liberate the temple. There's no time to go back to the Adventurers Guild to report this. Everyone is confused hearing my words. Is it necessary to go this far? Those church people clearly don't want us involved. That's because the hero sent us here for a special reason. Hearing my words, everyone hesitates. We must hurry. That girl seems to be used by the paladins around her. If we leave it alone and something happens, we'll regret it for the rest of our lives. You're right. How can we just go back like this? Now is the time to repay the hero's trust. Immediately, everyone walks toward the temple. temple's gate. I glance back at everyone and realize not a single person chose to leave. The hero has truly gathered a great group of adventurers. Then I step forward to observe the temple's gate. I turn to the others and say, everyone, prepare to break in. However, at this moment, a powerful evil aura emanates from the temple. Looks like the situation inside is worse than I imagined. I immediately activate Warrior's intuition. On the radar, a huge red orb is clearly displayed below. This is over my head. Sorry, but I won't gamble with my life. Just like that, because of this aura. Half of the adventurers choose to leave. Now only a few of us remain. No matter what, we have to go in and check. Don't be nervous. In times like these, we should smile. Even if it's just bravado, as long as we fool our own bodies, that's victory. Just as I'm moved by their words, the gate suddenly opens. Two paladins run out in panic. However, I kick them back in. You seem to be struggling. Do you need us adventurers' help? Seeing our arrival, Naomi's hope ignites. The fleeing paladin defends himself. Even if you come in, you're just going to your deaths, because your impurity will only make the evil god stronger. However, after we all enter the temple, the evil god's appearance doesn't change. Impossible. You must be using some kind of artifact. That man has a history of theft. That woman used to sell her body. Hearing these insulting words, rage burns within me. Shut your filthy mouth, you hypocrites. If gods only bless the perfect, there wouldn't be a single believer in this world. My words snap Naomi out of her trance. That's right. Where in this world are there flawless humans? If there were, they'd already be gods. No one can go their whole life without making mistakes. People can always start over, no matter when. Everyone, draw your weapons. Let these hypocrites see the strength of us adventurers. I lead the remaining adventurers into the temple. Naomi is shocked to see us. Why are you still here? However, at this moment, a demon wolf suddenly bares its fangs and pounces at her. Seeing this, I immediately rush over and swing my sword, instantly killing the demon wolf. I'll explain later. Focus on the battle now. Saying this, I take out the chaotic staff from my backpack. The next second, wide-range lightning power strikes the monster horde. However, it doesn't cause much damage to the monsters. Naomi takes this chance to quickly drink an advanced healing potion. Her body recovers instantly. After being enhanced, these monsters' strength exceeds the 40th floor level. Normal magic attacks can hardly cause substantial damage to them. In that case, we can only face them head on. Immediately, Naomi casts buff magic. Everyone's strength is instantly enhanced. Two warriors charge toward the nearest orc, while another adventurer hurls throwing knives as a distraction. Those two warriors simultaneously strike high and low at the monster's body. Under their coordination, they continuously deal massive damage. Watching from the side, I'm impressed. Is this the power of teamwork? No wonder the hero sent them. With our original strength, we should easily win. Now both the Paladin Order and the adventurers only have half their strength remaining. Winning becomes very difficult. We need to think of something. At this moment, Naomi finally makes up her mind. Leave it to me. I plan to use sacrificial magic to settle things with the evil god. Sacrificial magic is the cleric class's only attack magic, converting life force into magical energy to attack enemies. But to defeat this evil god statue before us, the price to pay is likely death. Hearing her words, I'm shocked. Are you serious? You'll die if you do this. Spare me your pity. From the moment I took my vows, I steeled myself for martyrdom. Hearing these words come from such a young girl, a sharp pang suddenly rises in my heart. Damn it. Everyone unleash your full strength. Ready yourselves for one last all-out charge at the evil god. Immediately, whether adventurers or church paladins, everyone present gathers together, uniting all their strength. The next second, both sides launch a full charge. Through everyone's relentless efforts, we finally carve out a bloody path and successfully bring Naomi before the evil god statue. Thank you all. Now I can fulfill my mission. Saying this, Naomi begins gathering magic power. I am Indra's arrow, the thunder of the Lord descending. This body is a fortress that will annihilate all divine enemies. Divine revelation. However, when the magic incantation is halfway through, Naomi's small body suddenly begins to tremble. A fear of death suddenly engulfs her entire body. Her vision begins to blur. She even starts hallucinating. In that instant, in a daze, she sees herself covered in blood, lying quietly in a thick pool of blood. At this moment, she has completely stopped thinking, leaving only the fear of death. She doesn't even hear me calling her from the side. Her inner fear almost gives the evil god an opening. Fortunately, I block in front of her in time and deflect the attack. Were you just fearing death? How could I? I was just, even after being exposed, Naomi continues to make excuses. Being afraid is actually okay. No one doesn't fear death. Fear is just the most normal reaction a person has when facing death. My words instantly allow the pain deep in her heart to pour out. Hot tears stream down her cheeks. Actually, you've already done better than most people. But besides my sacrificial magic, what other way is there to defeat the evil god? No, there's still something you can do. Pray. That's a cleric's true duty. These words instantly reignite hope in Naomi. That's right. I can still pray. I've never failed in matters of faith. As long as I follow the sacred texts, everything will work out. But will prayer really work before this frenzied evil god? I'll bet everything on this one chance. Place my faith in the gods and pray for a miracle. My great God, please show your divine light. Your followers need your salvation. The next second, an immense divine power instantly illuminates the entire temple. At the same time, the evil god's power is suppressed by the divine force. Its mouth is completely sealed. Seeing this, Naomi is overjoyed. It actually worked. Well done. I knew you could do it. Leave the rest to me. Let the evil god witness the power of us adventurers. To complete a class change, two conditions must be met. One is a cleric's prayer, the other is the temple's altar. But the problem is, we're currently in battle, and the system cannot determine ownership of the altar. So if I force the class change ceremony now, the success rate will be incredibly low. But I'm an exception. I have 9,999 points of maxed out luck stat. For me, any chance above zero might as well be 100%. Please select the class you wish to change to. The next second, information about various classes appears around me. Berserker, attack is the greatest attack. Usually excels at head-on confrontations and defeating higher-level enemies. Paladin, one who shoulders the storm and cleanses the blighted harvest. Jester, up close it's tragedy, from afar it's comedy. Seeing me suddenly activate the class change ceremony, Naomi beside me is utterly shocked. I told you, as long as you pray to the gods, miracles happen. Excited, Naomi immediately suggests I choose Paladin after seeing its information. Paladin is a class very suitable for you. Not only can you use healing magic, but it also greatly enhances defense. It's a rare class that only a few people in the entire church possess. However, I immediately refuse. Sorry, but I'm not exactly exactly a devout believer. Between the two, I prefer this one. When Naomi sees the class I'm pointing at, she shows an expression of disbelief. No way. Are you sure you're serious? However, the class change has already begun. Takahashi Yukito has successfully changed class to Jester. This leaves Naomi behind me completely dumbfounded. Why would you choose to become a Jester? There was once a poll. Jester ranked first among the 10 most unpopular classes. That's because all of a Jester's skills are probability gambles. With bad luck, you can't even beat the lowest level slime. But for me, this is practically a god tier class. New skill acquired, Fortune's Gambit. Then I turn to Naomi and say, alright, please continue casting buff magic on me. As Naomi's magic activates, my attack power and critical rate both increase twofold. Combined with the Holy Vanquisher title I obtained before, damage to undead increases by 30%. Then add Great Layering Strikes triple critical damage. And finally, my newly acquired Jester skill Fortune's Gambit. 50% chance to boost next attack damage by 10 times. 50% chance to reduce all stats to 1/10. Duration 1 hour. I raise the enhanced metal slime greatsword and leap high toward the evil god statue. You know, if one wishes to go from slave to king, I, as a Jester, must start by slaying gods. As my greatsword swings down, the evil god statue is completely shattered. I've decided. In this life, I will become the world's strongest Jester. Before my majestic presence, Naomi is at a loss for words. She can only stand there, staring in stunned silence. The others are all thrilled to see the evil god statue shattered. The enemy leader has fallen. Dealing with the remaining small fry is just a matter of time. Without the evil god's buff effects, these monsters instantly revert to their originally weak state. They're all taken care of by the adventurers in just a few moves. At the same time, clear sunlight breaks through the window gap, transforming into a bright golden thread pouring in, illuminating Naomi's heart from this moment on. Ding! Takahashi Yukito successfully defeated Bayar of the Demon Mirror. Title acquired, Evil God Slayer. Damage to monsters increased by 50%. Maximum damage record updated. Damage threshold exceeded. Great Layering Strike skill upgraded to Ultimate Layering Strike. Class change temple now belongs to the human faction. Just like that, we successfully claim victory in this battle. At this moment, the adventurers who left earlier rush back. Although we didn't have the courage to join the battle, we reported this to the Adventurers Guild. Reinforcements are on their way, but looking at you all, it seems they're not needed anymore. Also, we helped you capture these deserters. We'll leave their punishment to you. At this moment, Naomi walks toward this group with a dark expression. I will give them the punishment they deserve. Seeing that everything is resolved, I prepare to go home. If there's a chance, let's work together again. See you. However, at this moment, Naomi calls out to me. I have a question for you. When you were changing classes, you said you're not a devout believer, but you know so much from the sacred texts. Can you tell me where you learned it? If I had to trace it back, I'd say I learned it by reading, way back when. Actually, in my past life, I was also a religious person responsible for cooking meals. In my spare time, I just read the sacred texts of it. The scene shifts back to the church. For those deserters, Naomi prepares to give them a chance at redemption. That is, to punish them in a worldly manner. You, who are greedy for money, will be imprisoned and await legal judgment. As for you who loves melons, you'll be sent to East Africa to live with the animals there. Finally, the lustful one. I'll help you eliminate that source of sin. After completing all this, Naomi removes her cleric robes. Now it's my turn to accept punishment. Despite everyone's earnest attempts to keep her, Naomi ultimately decides to resign from her cleric position. Farewell, everyone. I've decided to go to the secular world and start my training anew. On the other side, I'm leisurely watching TV at home. A sudden knock shatters the tranquility. However, when I open the door and ask who it is, I'm startled by the person before me. Handsome young man, do you believe in the existence of gods? I don't believe in gods. I only believe in myself. Just as I'm about to close the door, Naomi suddenly dashes inside my home. Although I don't have much offensive magic, I have plenty of support magic. What a pain. You just cast haste, didn't you? Speak up. What do you want from me? I want to team up with you to conquer the dungeon. Your reason? Because I saw the light of this world in you, Yukito. I have no idea what she's going on about, but this really is a good opportunity. After all, solo runs will always hit a wall eventually, and this girl is a powerful support. So I accept her invitation to team up. Before going to conquer the dungeon, I use the money earned during this time to buy a new house for my family. My mother and sister are very happy to see the new home. When everything is ready, my own adventure has only just begun. Setting out, heading to the dungeon. The hero has now leveled up to 70. Looks like the gap between him and me has widened again. But even so, I won't stop moving forward. I believe that one day I will surpass you. As we enter the teleportation array, we arrive at the 20th floor